of its administration. Meanwhile, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has retained a personal attorney. Charles Cooper, a longtime friend of Sessions and advocate of conservative causes, confirmed that he is representing Sessions, but he would not specify if he is assisting in legal matters related to the Russia probe. Joining us now, former Chief of Staff at the CIA and Department of Defense, and now an NBC News national security analyst, Jeremy Bash. Jeremy, good morning. Good to see you. NBC has reported that this attorney is representing Attorney General Sessions in regards to the Russia probe. What kind of protection does the Attorney General need? Why did he go out and hire this man?
Well, first, he wanted to make sure that all of his conversations were covered by attorney-client privilege. But more fundamentally, the Attorney General in this situation is actually a witness, potentially, to a criminal investigation on obstruction of justice. If you think about what Mueller is looking at, when he investigates obstruction of justice, he wants to know everybody who was involved in the Comey firing. And, of course, the Attorney General did write a memo about it. He did consult with the president. And so he's going to be a witness in that matter, and Bob Mueller is going to have to interview him.
I want to ask you, Jeremy, if we can go back just for a second to what we heard from Sean Spicer there. It defies credibility. Donald Trump has tweeted about possible Russia connections, says maybe it was the Russians, maybe it was the Chinese, that the press secretary, the man who is the vessel who carries the message from the president to the public and to the press, has not spoken to the president about this issue. How long can they keep that stone wall up?
What we're seeing, Willie, is the most strained relationship we have ever seen between an intelligence community and the commander-in-chief. The president is rejecting the consensus findings of the intelligence community. He is rejecting the counterintelligence concerns that have been raised by the FBI and by others inside the intelligence community, if you look at today's New York Times story about that issue, about Mike Flynn. Third, he is spilling secrets to the Russians in the Oval Office. There is deep concern and consternation. I talk to intelligence officers, military officers, law enforcement officers all the time, and they wonder whether the president really gets it. And the fact that Sean Spicer can't even acknowledge the most basic thing, that Russia meddled, really shows just how deeply strained this relationship has become.
Jeremy, following up on the strains in the relationship, could you please explain for people who might not be familiar with the way the CIA operates or the NSA operates, that they are both basically fact-based operations, not spies, not spooks out there whispering in the dark about the Russians, fact-based organizations?
It's a great point, Mike. If you walk into the original headquarters building of Langley, of the CIA headquarters, there's a phrase there emblazoned on the wall from the New Testament: "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." And it's really the credo of the intelligence officer to bring forward information, facts, to decision makers, to policymakers, and to do it without bias, without favor or fear, to speak truth to power. And this is what they teach inside the Central Intelligence Agency and the other intelligence agencies. Those organizations are not partisan. These are career individuals who have come forward and said, we are going to devote our lives, in some cases risk our lives, and even in some cases give our lives to defend our country.
All right, Jeremy Bash, thank you very much. And coming up, we're going to go back